my channel. I know it has been a while since I recorded a video. I was off for a while. I had a bit of surgery and I was just recovering. If you follow me on Instagram, you will know all about that. So today I'm heading off to R&B Fridays, which is a music festival here in Brisbane. I'm so excited. Usher's gonna be there, T-Pain, Eve, Trey Songz. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So I thought I would just film a quick get ready with me. So if you guys want to see how I did this look for R&B Fridays, then keep on watching. So I just started recording and then I got a package in the mail, and it is my Tupac book. So the book that Tupac wrote, The Rose That Grew from Concrete. So I've been dying to get my hands on this for ages, and it's taken forever to come in the mail, so I'm so glad. It was really cute. The lady that delivered it from Australia Post is actually going to R&B Fridays tonight as well. We had a cute little chat, so I might see her there. So the first thing that I'm going to do now is I'm going to start prepping my skin. So I'm going to start with an eye cream, and I'm just going to grab my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin C Eye Cream just to give a bit of brightness under there and a bit of hydration. My eyes definitely need it, so just popping that on with my ring finger. Super gently, and just pat it in, and then massage it in as well. So you always use your ring finger because it is the one finger that you have the least mobility with. So you can be super gentle around the eye area because you always need to keep it nice and gentle in that area. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to moisturize my face. So I'm going to grab my favorite Touch of Water Cream. I'm definitely going to need this today, especially in the heat. I definitely don't want anything too heavy, which is why I picked a water cream, because I want something super lightweight. My skin being a bit more oily in this weather and this heat, I definitely do not want anything too heavy when my makeup's just going to slide off my face. Because it is super hot and sunny outside, I do want to keep my face super protected. So I'm going to pop a sunscreen on. So I've just got the Hawaiian Tropic Silk Hydration. This is 50+ SPF, which is awesome. I did get this in this month's Bella box. I have been using it. I used it yesterday at the beach, and it is really good. I still got a little bit sunburnt, but that's because I didn't reapply. That was my fault. So I'm just going to take a small bit on my hands and just pat it over the top. And lastly, I'm going to pop a little bit of a lip balm on. My lips got a little bit sunburnt a couple of days ago, so I'm treating them as much as I can. And the one thing that has been saving my life with my lips is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I just use a really small amount and just use it like a lip balm. For primer, I'm going to grab my Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer and pop this down my T-zone, which is where I get super oily. Start applying it through my T-zone. And for foundation, I'm going to take my trusty Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. This one is in the shade 320G. Don't ask me to pronounce the name. You guys can pronounce it yourself. I have butchered it one too many times. I'm going to take a couple of pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use my Tarte Beauty Blender. I have been obsessed with this. I love it. It's super soft, but it also does have that flat edge. It's so nice. I'm just going to pop a few bits around and start blending it through. This foundation is slightly a little bit too golden for me. Because my face is a little bit sunburned at the moment, that's why it does look a little bit more yellow than usual, but this is my standard color that I always use. It works better when I'm not as red. And now I'm going to lighten the foundation up ever so slightly and highlight my face with my concealer. So I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I'm going to highlight under my eyes to brighten it up and highlight the high points of my face, which will also lighten the foundation slightly as well. So I'm just going to apply that in triangles under my eyes, and I do slightly contour my nose with it as well. So I bring it up slightly onto my nose and then taper it up here, as you'll see. So I start in that very inner corner, then I slightly bring it down along the nose and tuck it in, and then just start tapering it up here. And then highlight the center of my face. So I've highlighted the parts that I want to be a little bit more projected, and I'm just going to take a beauty blender again and blend it through. So just dabbing and patting. And then I use what's left over to go over my eye. And now I'm going to set that in place, and I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. This one is in the shade Pound Cake, and I'm just going to use this to set all that highlighting in place. And I'm just going to use my Sigma Powdered Sweep F06 brush. I'm not going to bake with this today, I'm just going to set the areas with a decent amount of powder. So I'm just setting my under eyes, my T section on either side of my nose, and a little bit down the chin, just where I tend to get the most shine. And for bronzer, I'm going to grab my MAC Give Me Sun, which is my favorite bronzer that isn't too shimmery, and I'm just going to use that with my Real Techniques powder brush. I love a really fluffy brush for bronzer because I have such a big head and I like a really diffused bronze. I don't like anything too harsh or too strong. I can always contour, but with bronzer I just like it to be as diffused as possible, just to give a really nice sun-kissed look to the skin. So the areas I like to bronze, I start with my forehead, just pop a little bit on the outer edges, and I do go along my hairline as well, pretty much the complete opposite of where we highlighted with the concealer. And then I come down along the sides of the face. I'll just grab the brush, squeeze it ever so slightly, and just bring a little bit into the cheekbone and a little bit under the jaw as well. And same with the other side. And now for just a touch of contour, I'm going to grab my iconic London multi-use contouring set, and I'm just going to kind of swish my brush into all three of these colors. And the brush that I'm going to use is going to be a BH Cosmetics brush. This one is number 3 in, I think, their Rose Gold collection. It's just a really small tapered blending brush. It's a little bit fluffy, not too dense, and I'm just going to swish my brush into all three colors and tap off the excess. And I'm just going to start building a little bit of colour under the cheekbone. And bring it up along the hairline, pretty much kind of where we did the bronzer, but a little bit more concentrated and a lot less product. And then bringing it under the jaw. And I do just get a teeny tiny amount on the brush, make sure I'm tapping off most of the excess, and just get it on its side and lightly dust on the side of the nose so it gives a slight contour. I get up in towards the brow as well. And for blush, I'm just going to pick up my Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in the shade Tropic Hues. And the brush that I'm going to use is my trusty Real Techniques blush brush. So I'm just popping that on the higher part of my cheek. And for highlight, I'm going to grab my favorite highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the M Reezy highlighter. And I'm just going to pop that on with my Real Techniques. This is the setting brush. I think this is really good to set the under eyes as well, but I love it as that perfect sort of highlight brush. So I'm just going to start on the highest point of my cheekbone. Softly blend it up. I do a little bit of a half moon sort of C shape. And I also blend it through under my brow as well. This is why I am not like most people. I don't do my brows first. I sort of leave them to the end because with how I bronze and how I put a bit of highlight in there, I end up messing up the brows anyway. So I'd rather do that at the end. And same with the other side. And And then I go down the bridge of the nose, just about the width of the brush, just to lift this up really nicely. And then I take a tiny little bit on my finger and then pop a tiny bit on the very tip of my nose. And a little bit through the center of the forehead. Not too much because I don't want to be super glowy there. A little bit on my cupid's bow. And then a touch on my chin. Perfect, so that's the face done, and now I'm going to move on to eyes. So I'm going to pick up my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. This palette is so pretty, like the packaging, I just die. I've still got it in the box because I like to keep it nice and protected. And the first color in the palette I'm going to pick up is going to be the pink shade called Bloom. And I'm going to start blending that into my crease. And I'm just popping that on a Smashbox number 10 crease brush, just a really large fluffy brush. So just blending that into the crease and bringing it up slightly. I always do a mix of sort of windshield wiper motions and small circles just to get that perfect blend. Mostly I'm just building the color in first and then lightening my touch and softly buffing it outwards. And same with the other side. I'm actually super impressed with the pigment of that. That is a beautiful color. And the next shade I'm going to grab is going to be this dark brown called Dystopian. And I'm going to pick that up on my MAC 217 brush. And I'm going to start packing that on the lid and blending into the crease. But I mainly want to get that packed on the lid first. And when there's not too much left on the brush, start buffing it into the crease. When I want to give it a good blend, I'll pick up that Smashbox brush with the pink color on it. I haven't picked up any more product, but I'm just using it to blend the two colors really well together. If you guys hear any car noises or anything, I do apologize. I have the window open because it is so hot in here. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even want to know what the temperature is outside. And to deepen up that color, I'm going to grab the black shade in the palette, which is called Noir. I always feel like I fail at pronouncing that. But anyway, I'm just using the same MAC 217 brush. Same motions where I'm just sort of packing it on and then blending the outer edges. So now that I'm happy with how dark that is, I'm going to start doing the under eye. So I'm going to pick up that Bloom shade again, and I'm just going to actually grab the brush from the palette. I'm going to use the flatter end to buff that into the lower lash line. I do like to smoke this out quite low. And I just want to smoke out the lower lash line, so I'm just going to grab that black shade again, and I'm going to grab my Zoeva smudger brush. This one is the 226, and just push that right into the lash line. And I'm just going to pop some eyeliner in my waterline and in my tightline. And this is just the Stila Smudge Stick in the shade Stingray, which is just black. And right up in tightline. Super creepy looking. So for mascara, I'm going to grab my current favourite mascara, which is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I am obsessed with it. It is so nice. And for lashes, I'm going to grab my Huda Beauty Faux Mink lashes in the style Jade, and I'm going to pop them on with my Duo Latex Free Glue. So just pop the lashes on off camera, and now I'm going to do my brows. And I'm going to grab my Benefit Brow Contour Pro. This is awesome. It's like an old school little pen where it has different colors. And you just keep clicking and then they come out the bottom. I thought this was such a good idea. So it does have your sort of lighter shades, your highlighter shades, definer, deeper shades, everything like that. So it's a perfect way to get that really natural looking brow. And now I'm going to do the other side. And for lips, I'm going to grab the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Wifey. So last but not least, I'm going to grab my setting sprays. I'm going to grab my MAC Fix Plus and my Urban Decay All Nighter. I use both of these. I like the Fix Plus to keep me nice and hydrated, and then the All Nighter for the 16-hour wear. Alright, so that is the finished look. Now I'm gonna go get ready, I'm gonna change, do something with my hair, head on over to the girls and start drinking before we head to the festival. Really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, click that notifications button next to the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Okay, so I decided last minute to throw a little bit of glitter in. So I grabbed my Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. And I've just popped a little bit in my inner corner. So I just took this out and just used the applicator to dab in the inner corner of the eye. And then I grabbed my Morphe E38 brush, which is just a bent liner brush. And I've just popped it under the outer arch of my brow. So I've popped a little bit of glitter in there as well. I just wanted to give it a little bit more something, so I just decided last minute to do that.